let's start off with some resist marks through here in our little area. I've got some oil pastel here on this deli paper. I'm just going to make some marks with our stylus, just a few there. And then I kind of want to bring some down through here. Went out for a walk this morning to kind of clear my head and take in the fall colors. That might have a little bit of influence on today's work. Hope you're all exercising good mental health and listening to your bodies and just enjoying yourself a little bit. Just a little bit. I know it's tough right now, but that's why we're painting. Because painting is fun. So we're going to start off with a little bit. What's that color? Oh, that's black. We don't want that. Let me spin that around. I sometimes don't clean my palette when I have leftover stuff because I like to reuse it, you know, because paint is, especially the schminkes, they are not inexpensive. Okay, so let's start off with a little bit of the indigo through here. This is a granulating watercolor. So it's going to give us some pretty fun colors through here. I just want a little dark through there. I'm going to add a little bit of the turquoise that I've been loving lately. I only taped the paper down in a couple of places. This is Canson cold press watercolor paper. And we're gonna let that do. You can already see like a little, oh, I just touched it. Damn it. You can already see a little bit of the granulation going on there. Let's, I want to draw just some marks through here. Because you know I like lines. I like lines. Lines are good. Always trying to add more lines. I think I want a little bit more of that turquoise color coming through there. Mostly because I want to add a little bit more of these types of textures. And I think I want to add a little bit of the sienna. Just right through here a little bit. Just drop in some of those places. Just a little wash through there. I feel like I need more, maybe a little bit, some different, just like extra blue up here. It's feeling very flat. Let's come in with our paper towel and dab away a little bit so it doesn't look so uniform. Okay. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to add some stamps, Linocut stamps. So I've got this stamp and I've got this stamp that I carved. I think I'm going to start with this one because I like this one best. So let me get out some paint. So we're just going to use our Amsterdam Oxide Black for this. I didn't have my autofocus on. Sorry. So I just got a jelly plate here that's pretty scummy that needs to be cleaned. And I'm just going to use my brayer and roll out a little bit of this. I was looking at actual block printing ink, and I ran across a company that sells a medium that turns your acrylic paint into block ink through this medium. It's water soluble. So I'm going to get some of that. It takes forever for it to get here, so who knows when it's going to show up. But I'm going to, that will extend our color palette. So yeah, that's something exciting that's going to happen here soon. So I think what I want to do is overlap this just a little bit. I think like right there. So you mix it with this medium and then you have block printing ink. I do have block printing ink, but I'm reticent to use it because it takes forever to dry and I'm just super impatient. especially when it comes to mixed media. Like I don't want to sit around and wait all day. And I didn't get nearly enough paint on there, but I'm okay with that. So here I'm just going to put a piece of tape down on the other stamp that I have. So I want that to be much darker. I don't know what happened there. I didn't get enough paint on it, but we'll just put another layer on. If it wasn't enough paint, not enough pressure. Anyway. Okay, let's try this. I'm going to angle it just a little bit. I know that we put some resist down there, but it shouldn't really affect the way the stamp works. Put a sheet of deli paper down here so I can use my Baron to get maybe some more pressure. Usually it just works, but okay, that worked better. Yeah, that's nice. I think I might want to do I like this. I'm gonna be crazy. What if we just put like and that is one of the things that is the disadvantage of using acrylic paint is that it dries so fast that sometimes it doesn't work as well. But hopefully we get that retarder soon and we will play with that because that'll be fun. Ooh, I think that's kind of fun, actually. What do we think? I think it's pretty fun. Kind of got some fun marks going on through there. Let's let this dry and we'll come back. Okay, we're going to come in with the Schmincke Desert Yellow. It's a little bit more of a greeny yellow. I'm just going to add in, I don't want to add it everywhere. I want it to be thinner, actually. Well, that is saturated. Wowza. Let's come in with our color shaper. Kind of move some paint around. Oh, I've got some color in there. Awesome. Oh, well, we're just going to go with it. And this doesn't have any aquapasto or anything in it. It's just straight color. But I'm kind of just going to scrape some of this away. See, we got our fun resist marks down here. And that's kind of fun. I'm liking that. So let's put in some orange, some of this sienna down there. This might have a little bit of aquapasto in there. Yeah, I like that. I'm going to use the corner of this to get some lines going that way. I really like using like the side of it because it makes a really fun texture through there. You see what's going on? I hope you guys can see that. It's almost like smearing it, but it has a really cool texture. So I actually cleaned off my desk, guys, and organized things so I can actually find them without searching forever. And always make fun marks, right? I guess the point of that was that I found my little baby palette knife, which I love. But I like these marks. Sort of emulating what we normally do with the wax resist. But scraping away just a little bit. Making things a little bit more organic, maybe. Okay, I've mixed up a little bit of that brown color that I had going on with some of the grapeseed black. And we're just going to come through here a little bit. I want to make like an area that kind of mimics that a little bit down here at the bottom. Almost like a hill, a dale, a rise, whatever you want to call it. Again, I'm liking these smeary marks, and I'm liking adding more texture. What if the texture went more, you know what I mean? Like, what if it went, let's see if I can get a little bit more paint on here. What if it went like this? It's more dynamic this way. You guys are probably like, she's adding so many lines. Oh, these lines with this one. I like lines. So this is the Desert Brown from Schmincke. Let's see if we can get this to do its thing. I don't remember if this is, it's supposed to be a granulating color, but I'm not sure what the colors, I mean, I haven't really had a whole lot of luck with it. I don't want to use too much of it because I want it to be, oh, it's kind of granulating a little bit. It's probably going to be more of a red. I mean, I could probably look it up, but where's the fun in that, right? We're just having a play. And what happens? I want to just keep dabbing it in because I think eventually, I don't think it's as much as like the green color that we've used before, but it's definitely got some granulating qualities to it. Oh, you can kind of see it happening now. It's sort of taking root there a little bit. Let's scrape back in just a little bit with our... So where I went to walk today was over at the local wetlands that are like literally a block from my house. I walk there quite a bit. But everything is this sort of brown, but autumny, but not like typical autumn. It's kind of hard to explain. I should have taken a picture while I was out walking, but I did not do that. Well, maybe we might need some of plum, maybe some of that plum color. Okay, let's let this dry and see what we get. Okay, I'm gonna come in here and add just a skosh of Payne's Gray. Just a little bit. I just thought it needed a little bit more drama up there in the sky. Let's come in just a little bit. I'm going to smooth it out a little bit because I didn't do a very good job. But I really like that with the lines. Maybe we need just a little subtle through there. So I've got this Graphitint port, which I also have in a pan of watercolors in a set. But I thought it might be fun to use, since we never really use Graphitint. And this is looking a little red. It's okay though. So there are these, I think they're, I used to know what they were called. They're like, I want to say sycamore bushes. But they're all over the wetlands, and they're these little almost pops of these red colors that kind of come through. And this is where your random mark making comes in. Like, let's add, I do have a little bit, this is another Graphitint. This one's called Aubergine. which is just a fun thing to say. And this will give us a little bit more of that, hints of that purpley, plummy color. That's also pretty. I think it was Allison said that it reminded her of Scotland with the heather and the rain and the dark. And I'm not a purple person, but sometimes you need to add a bit of it, you know, like we can't just be against colors because we don't. I mean, I can. And I'll tell you the reason why I hate purple. I went to the University of Kansas, and I live in Lawrence, Kansas. And our state rival school is K-State, and their colors are purple and gray. And although I don't mind gray, I just always have had a little bit of a disdain for the color purple. Not the movie, because the movie's great. But I'm rambling. That's kind of where the purple hate comes in. Okay. Let's add a little bit. So we're on the Graphitint thing. Let's continue on. I've got this color called Chestnut, which is fun. It's also a little bit of a red tone. I feel like I'm trying to decide if I want to add like some yellows in here. Although I do really I like what's going on here with this. Use just a bit of the side of it. And you can see that brown did granulate a little bit. But actually, I'm kind of really liking this purple. Okay, I'm going to stop here in a minute. I think we've got some good textures going on here, and I don't want to get it too complicated. But you can see that adding the Graphitint are really nice because they're water soluble. They pick up lines really well. It's just a nice way to add a bit of pop of color to the work. Okay, I think I'm going to take just a little bit of this brown just to add it in a little bit of spots up here because this is looking a little afterthoughty. And then we're going to add some black marks, I think, just like through here. So this is actually the sepia toned from Lyra. These are water-soluble crayons. And this is deli paper. So this is just what I'm doing to make marks. Let's try, I'm going to try a little palette knife. See what happens if we just scrape into it. Ooh, look at that. That's pretty fun. I'm going to make it like, let's continue on with that. These Lyras are a little bit more solid than the Caran d'Ache, and so you can make marks like this that maybe you can't make with the Caran d'Ache, if that makes sense. I want to add a bit of these dark marks to kind of mimic what we got going on up there. It doesn't seem, oh, I had resist on there, but that's okay. It doesn't have to be. Might need more color. Okay, let's add some marks here. I kind of just want to do, let's see what we get. Ooh, those are fun. So we had some rain last night, and so everything is just sort of darker and more amplified with the colors that are in the fields right now. So of course we don't want all of our marks to be the same, although I do like using that palette knife. Let's just do some over here with this stylus. And again, you don't have to use stylus. You can use palette knife. I just sort of like those sort of fun marks. I think I want to bring some marks through this area, like right through there. I mean, you could even use a watercolor pencil if you don't want to use this technique. It's something that I just really love. I mean, there's something, I'm not going to lie, there's something really therapeutic about scribbling with intention. Gotta put that intention part in there. Okay. I really like what we got going on here. I think the lines are really fun. I do kind of feel like I want to add some other color. Let's add a bit of orange in there and see what happens. Okay, I'm going to need some more color on here. Okay, I think I just want like... This one's very liney. But it really does, it's invoking the feeling of autumn and movement and prairie and all of that good stuff that I like a lot. And it feels like autumn to me. Okay. Okay, let's look at it with a matte. But I really do like what's going on here. The matte is probably going to cover it up a little bit because this paper was a little bigger than what inside of the matte. But I like this. I like it. I like these colors. I love the sky. I love the granulation mediums. The granulation watercolors are just phenomenal. And I kind of even the stamp that didn't print right, like it kind of adds like a little bit of depth. So I'm glad I painted over those darker marks. Love the purple, love the black. I brought the lines up a little bit through here because I wanted to overlap the black to kind of push that back a little bit. But you can see we're missing the whole bottom of the painting. And if I come down more, then we're gonna, but that's okay. We'll just cut a new mat for it if we ever frame it. Overall, very happy. I think it has a lot of good movement. I really like these lines through here from the stamp versus these lines this way. I think that turned out really nice. And the resist in the sky is really interesting. So yeah, I think we got some really interesting work here. And I'm happy with it. So don't forget to like and subscribe. And then click over here to see the last video that I made. And I will see you in a couple of days with another video. Remember, take care of yourself, self-love, self-care. Have some grace. Thanks. Bye.